Pookie Miss Prime said, "What does accountability look like?" So you have mentioned they need to take accountability and things like that for their own lives. And so, what does that look like to you? A guy who's, let's say, can't, let's say he mentioned two felonies earlier. Let's say he has a felony, he can't get an actual good job. What would his taking accountability look like if he cannot afford to take care of himself on minimum wage salary?
Well, no, I mean when I'm saying take accountability, don't go and do the dumb shit to begin with. Just this, like we have even excuses on. Well, he did this because you know that's all he saw growing up. This is generational curse. I hate that term, but like that's like
You hate that?
generational curse. I think
Yeah.
it's generational decisions. That's what I believe. I believe that these are generational decisions that we are making, right? Because just because my mom and dad did a particular thing, don't mean I have to do it, right? Like I'm my own man. I have to go and make my own life for me and my offspring, right? Not just because this is what my mom and dad. No, no. I mean, if that's the case, I would have went to college. Hell, I'd have master's degrees. That's my dad. Like me and my dad aren't tight or anything like that, but this man, he uh, went to college, went to FAMU, ended up later on getting his master's degree, retired as the assistant chief of the fire department for the city of West Palm Beach. Like I
Mm-hmm.
would have gone and been a firefighter with a master's degree, you know. And my mom, she ended up with a master's degree, a law degree. Like that's not what I wanted for me. Now that's too positive. But what if my dad was, a say for instance, a crackhead, and my mom was a fucking prostitute? Does that mean I need to go be a crackhead? Nah, man. That's we gonna say that's a generational curse too. No, these are all decisions. These are all decisions out here that we as individuals have to make.
So I believe in generational curses. I'm gonna tell you how it was taught to me. In my family, I'll share some stuff. I was, I think I was a lesbian from probably 18 to about 26. I've only dated women. My mom, I don't know how many years she was a lesbian. My cousins, let's just say most women in my family were lesbians, but also what most women in my family have in common, and that's just for my whole family, like dark magic. There is a lineage that goes way back from the South of dark magic and things that have trickled down into rituals that play out in my family today. The way we interact or the way we don't speak about certain things, can't say certain names. But when I think of generational curses, I mean things that kind of linger that are spiritual. Like when your mother was pregnant, let's say she was an alcoholic and she did all these things and she suffered from depression or certain spiritual warfare that she was going with her faith, whatever. All of those traumas and things kind of come along on your baby, in which when they give birth to you, there are things that can be passed along, such as depression, such as whatever their mental state was. But I am a true believer of generational curses because sometimes it may skip you, but it may show up in your kids.
So let me ask. So let me ask then, if for whatever reason you get this depression and this alcoholism passed down to you, when you get older, and you say you don't want to be an alcoholic, you make the decision to go and get help.
Hmm.
If you suffer from depression, you make the decision to go and get help. Or in your case, you said you were a lesbian from 18 to what, 26 you said?
Hmm.
And I'm assuming now you are not.
Hmm.
Because I'm assuming it's because you made a decision that hey, I want to deal with men now.
Hmm.
So
Well,
you made a decision. So like to me it all goes back to these are decisions that we have to make as individuals. I'm sorry, like that's just my thinking. I'm not saying it's white. I mean white, right? That's funny. I'm not saying it's right, but that's just way how I process it, right? So here's the other thing. The other reason why I don't like generational curses is because it absolves us from accountability. Oh, I am the way I am because of this got passed down to me. No, you are the way you are because you have not made the decision to not be that.
you think it's both? Like, what if the reason why you were that decision influenced you was based on a generational curse?
Sure, but you still are in control of your life. Nobody else is in control of your life but you, and you have to make whatever the best decision is. You have to make the best decision for you, right? Like
Okay.
That's just I ain't trying to force nothing on nobody, but it is a different outlook, right? Because I would suggest that the majority of our people believe in generational curses, but I also believe that that is a means to take accountability from off those individuals. We need to put more accountability on ourselves about the decisions we make. Only we are in
What
control
if
of our
the
lives.
victim Olympics is the result of a generational curse? What if the reason why most of us feel victimhood or scars of things like that is based on what was passed down to our culture spiritually?
I mean, if that's the case, then if that's the case, then I should be suffering from victimhood, right?
Oh,
But
you overcame it when you were
no, no,
eight.
no. I didn't overcome it. I made the
Okay.
decision to overcome it. I didn't. It didn't just miraculously happen. I made the decision to overcome that shit, or the way I used to think. You know
I
what I'm
smell
saying?
what you stepping in. I smell it.
Like my wife can confirm this. Like you go back not too long ago, 3 years ago. Like I was all about like, nah, this is white. Y'all white folks did this to us. This is why we fucked up out here. And like looking at the color of law, gentrification happened in our
Oh,
community.
you believe in gentrification. Okay, finish your point.
Well, redlining, that's kind of what I was getting at, right? That's the premise of the book on color of law, like redlining, right? Like you guys put us in all these different locations, da 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 da, whatever, 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 and this is the only place that we're allowed to buy from, da 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 da. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
We got the ability to buy. Yes, did it slow some things down? Sure, but we are where we are currently right now. You said it earlier in the interview. We don't have too many things holding us back right now,
They
right?
don't.
So we can go and make the decision to go and make better worlds for ourselves. Like I've made a better world for myself, for my family.
So would you
My
do
boys
you
around me have done the same. Go ahead.
now I was gonna say, would you say because you've made better decisions and you've made better choices, would you then say that that puts you in a better position than other black men who are still operating in said victim mentality?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Podcasts like to call y'all the conservative douchebags.
Who call us that? Somebody call us
The
that?
ideas behind it is those people that govern a certain mentality that says, I was able to beat these odds and these statistics. You just lazy as hell and you just want to make excuses, this, and that, and the other. You would be considered a douchebag or the person that doesn't want to come back and reach and help the other
Hey,
people.
hey,
Tell them how to.
but look though, why they over there name calling? We get into these bags. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. I remember jumping on. I think was it Fight Club? This was in the middle of the day. I think it was like on a Sunday or something like that. And I'm sitting here looking at a whole screen of men complaining about what the next dude got instead of going and figuring a way out for them to get it themselves, right? I sat here and I watched it. My wife was sitting right here on the couch. I'm like, yo, are these niggas serious? You don't sit here and complain about what the next man got instead of hustling to get. Yeah, okay, it was Fight Club. Appreciate that, Matt G. I'm like, instead of going to hustling, in fact, you need to get off of Fight Club. You need to get off the internet, Holmes. You need to go on the internet. You need to be on YouTube, just not on Fight Club. You need to be going researching how I go and get to this bag. Going get paying for one of these Patreons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Learn something. But instead, you on here crying. I jumped on there and as soon as I jumped on there, here come little podcast. Oh shit, here come Quest. Yeah, nah, don't go running now. Cause you know I'm about to hold y'all accountable. All y'all on here crying like a bunch of little women. Well, yeah, like a little bunch of women about what other dudes have instead of going out here grinding it for yourself. Hey, shout out to
You
little
know,
podcast. You
it's
know what I'm saying?
we
But I'm
love
sorry,
we
buddy.
love podcast. In those people's defense, or just a way of thinking, not the average black man in America cannot afford to put money aside to save towards something bigger, or not
Lucky,
understand they
lucky.
may have good credit.
How much do you think we made in the military, dog? I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was upside down in my accounts. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. If you're not making enough, go find you another hustle. Right? So we got dudes right now that's like, I don't make enough to put money to the side, da 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 da. Then you need to go get on Uber. You need to go get on Uber Eats. You need to be door dashing and you need to be getting 4 hours of sleep only. And you need to be
And
hustling for the rest of that time.
those gigs could get you a few $100s a day.
You see what I'm
while
saying?
people
So
sleep.
like there's too many opportunities out here, right? But instead, we would like to use excuses. There's opportunity and then there's excuses. You just gotta pick one, dog. I'm just saying.